Let's talk Tanya for the 4th of Tamuz. Yesterday we explained that although in the human realm, words are something which are outside of us, the words that we use, we take them from the dictionary, they're not part of us, they're tools that we use to convey who we are being our thoughts and our feelings. By God, because God is absolute unity and oneness, His words are not separate from Him. What is the proof for that? We're not talking here about proof in the laboratory, but we're talking about Kabbalistic proof. Well, by us, the deeper that we go into our psyche, so the more something is united with our being and part of our being. And the highest level that we have, as we've discussed many times, is our intellect. That is the beginning of our internal spiritual structure. Where does our intellect come from? Our intellect comes from God's words. God spoke and said, Nasa Adam, let there be a human being. And from that came intellectual beings, including the greatest intellectual beings, the greatest tzaddikim, which, as Dr. Rebbe says, who are higher even than the angels. So if our intellect is one with our being, it's part of our identity, the source of our intellect, which is God's words, how much more so, that must be one with God. So why are they called words? God's words are called words only relative to His higher attributes, His feelings, His feelings and intellect, which do not enter creation. But God's words do enter creation, so to say, they leave His being and they enter creation, and that's why relative to the higher attributes, they are called words, but ultimately they're all 100% one with God. So we have over here there are the words of the 10 utterances, and the words of the 10 utterances are all made up of the letters of the Aleph Beis. There are 22 letters of the Aleph Beis, and these 22 distinct types of energy, they are the building blocks for all of creation. Why 22? We don't have an answer to that question, and the truth is, any number that God would have chosen would be a random number. We'd say, why that number, not another one? But for whatever reason, God decided there are 22 different energies, that these are the primary energies, the combinations of which are the creative energy behind all of creation, and just how these 22 energies work and interact with each other will be the topic of the following chapter, the 12th chapter of Sharichut V'Amunah, which we will be beginning, God willing, tomorrow.